Hello bearded bee people, welcome back to B&K Bees. Today we are talking about requeening, how and why. So why is in most cases, well, I guess there's probably two, the likeliest of cases. One is something happened to your queen, or she became a drone layer, or maybe you're just on a yearly requeening schedule from your mentor or something. Another one is an increase or a difference in genetics. Maybe you got some Russians or some buckfast, or maybe you just got some local nukes from a local nuke provider, which is exactly what I suggest you do. And that is the case with this one. This is actually Olivia's hive. And I shouldn't be in it. She's going to be mad at me because I am, but she's going to be over later on. So what I'm doing right here now is the first step in the process, which is finding and removing a queen. And then in a couple hours, we will install a queen. And I will install one here in this video on another hive. But for right now, and what I'm doing here, this is part one. Okay, so I could not find that queen. She's definitely in there. I think she was on the side of the box. I'll have Livy go through it later on, and so maybe she'll feel talkative and chat at you while she's doing it. But I'm going to show you the second half. The thing that I would have done is either pulled the queen out and pinched her, pulled her out and put her in another split, pulled her out and put her in a mating nuke. Either way, just get her out of the hive and let that hive figure that situation out for at least an hour. 24 hours is okay too. I don't worry about queen cells, if they're queenless for a while. If they're queenless for a week or so, then they're probably going to have some cap cells that you might want to pull. But if they're queenless for an hour or a day or even 2 days, I would not worry about the queen cells, because the mated queen will get out much sooner than the virgin queen would emerge from those cells. So I'm going to grab a mated queen. Those bees off of it so that they're not fighting with this colony. Alright, so that's what's going in there. Mated queen that I could not sell, at least not in time. We're going on a little mini vacation, and I want to get these placed, and these hives needed to be requeened anyway. So here we go. The queen has already been pulled from this hive probably 2 hours ago. Dang, that's a heavy box. Okay, and then very slightly separate two of the area frames. Oh. Thank you, lady. Pull out that stinger as quickly as you can. The longer it stays in there, the more venom you're going to get in you, the more itching, the more swelling. So yeah, separate very slightly 2 frames in the center of the action. Slide the cage in horizontally and close them up. And I'll come back in 4 or so days and remove that cage. So that's the gist of it. If your hive went queenless, you don't have to worry about the first part. You can just add the queen. Give them 4 days to eat through the candy and let her out, and then give them after that 2 or so weeks to really get used to each other and figure things out, and so that she can get into the mode of laying up that particular hive. There is a school of thought, and I do think that there is some truth to it, that if you install it and then get back in and do a full hive inspection maybe a week later or too soon, that the disturbance, the bees will blame that on the queen. I have seen queens bald right as you crack a top. Newly installed queens, they'll get bald. So I can't really explain why. It does happen though sometimes. So after you remove that cage, give them a couple weeks to figure everything out. Don't leave that cage in there though, because they will use that tiny little bit of extra space and they will go nuts with it. Okay. You can see they are very aware of what's in that cage. I'm going to lock them up and let them get acquainted. Oh boy. That's got to be 70 pounds. Maybe not, maybe 60. This one has some weight to it as well. Alright, thanks for watching. If you liked it, click like. If you haven't already, consider clicking subscribe. You'll get notified for other videos as we go throughout the year. Get out there and have some fun with your bees. See ya.